Do you believe it? When she suddenly stops calling or texting you for a long time, it's not a random or accidental thing. It's a signal, a hidden message buried deep within human psychology that few people pay attention to. And Stoic philosophy, Stoicism, is the key that helps us decode these subtle signs. What are you thinking? Maybe she's just busy, or maybe her cat has started a rock band. Just kidding. But if you stop at those shallow assumptions without understanding the deeper reasons behind her silence, you could easily fall into the trap of confusion, chasing invisible shadows, and losing the peace in your heart. Today, we'll unlock the mystery behind her silence, discover the real reasons, and more importantly, learn how the principles of Stoicism can help you keep your mind steady, even your heart intact. First, her silence might be a way she's testing your emotional control. Silence is not simply the absence of words. It's a strategy, a subtle tool. Surprisingly, some women, consciously or unconsciously, use silence as a test to see if you can remain calm and composed. Be honest with yourself for a moment. When she doesn't call or text, do you panic? Do you start texting her repeatedly? Sometimes you write long messages, then delete them, rewrite them, or even suddenly get inspired at 2 a.m. to compose a Shakespearean-style poem professing your undying devotion. The important lesson Stoicism teaches us is this: the true measure of a person is not how they act when everything is easy, but how they respond when faced with uncertainty. Her silence is not random. It's like a mirror, clearly reflecting whether you are in control of your emotions or your emotions are controlling you. Here's a small question to ask yourself. If your phone buzzed right now, would you jump like a cat startled by a cucumber? Be honest, no judgment. And if you think this emotional test ends here, you're mistaken. What comes next goes much deeper, because her silence might just be a quiet invitation for you to grow, to rise to a higher level in how you perceive and love. Second, her silence might be a sign that she's prioritizing herself, and you should, too. Sometimes silence isn't about you at all. Surprising, right? It's not a punishment nor a calculated move. It's her choosing herself, prioritizing her goals, her growth, and her healing. And here's some Stoic wisdom for you. You should do the same. A man who embraces Stoic philosophy understands that the highest mission is always to put his own purpose first. You weren't born to orbit someone else's world. You were born to create your own solar system with your own planets and orbits. Take a moment to reflect. You can't expect her to water the plants you've nurtured if she's busy tending to her own forest. And honestly, do you even have plants worthy of her care yet? This phase where she pulls back is not the time for you to chase her, but rather an opportunity for you to strengthen your vision, your discipline, and the empire you are building. When you start putting yourself first, something remarkable happens, something you might never have imagined. You become the kind of man others naturally want to be near, want to seek out. Let me ask you this. If you disappeared for a whole week, would your absence echo like thunder in the hearts of those around you? Or would it be as soft and fleeting as a gentle breeze, leaving no trace behind? Pause and think about that. What does your presence truly mean in the world around you? But wait, here comes a big but. What if her silence isn't just because she's focusing on her own growth, but because something is quietly slipping away from you in the shadows? Don't leave yet, because the next truth might make you a little uneasy. Third, her silence might be a sign that she's slowly losing interest, and this is actually a gift for you. It may sound painful, yes, But if you dare to face and accept it, it will free you from invisible chains. Sometimes, when a woman becomes silent, it's not a test, not healing, not personal growth. It's simply that she's drifting away from you. Recognizing this feels like a punch to the stomach, like watching a sunset you thought would last, forever slowly disappear behind a cold horizon. But here lies the Stoic truth. Loss is not the enemy. Attachment is. When her energy toward you fades, it's nature's way of clearing space, opening room for you to rise higher, for better relationships, for new opportunities. This isn't rejection, it's redirection, a call for you to prepare yourself for something better. Imagine it like a clearance aisle in a store. When something gets moved out, it's to make way for something new, something brighter, shinier, more valuable. That's about to hit the shelves. You are the one who decides your worth, not who stays or leaves. Your value lies in the process of who you are becoming. Now, here's a tough question for you. Are you trying to glue broken shards of glass back together, or are you forging a sharp sword from the fire of your trials? But wait, what if I told you that sometimes her silence has nothing to do with you at all? What if there's a fierce emotional storm raging inside her that you don't even know about? Get ready, because the next part will completely change your perspective. Fourth, her silence might be a sign that she is caught in her own emotional storm. This is a truth that few people talk about. Sometimes her silence isn't a reaction to you, but an internal response to the storms of life. You know, women, just like men, have to fight inner battles, fierce emotional storms, moments when they feel lost, overwhelmed, and even frozen in the chaotic whirlwinds of life. Stoic philosophy teaches us one of its first lessons. Do not carry burdens that are not yours. Yet so often we rush to blame ourselves, create stories in our minds, imagine reasons, and torture ourselves with what-ifs and maybes. The truth is, her distance might be her way of surviving, not a judgment on your worth. Think simply. Do you blame yourself every time it rains? Do you run outside during a thunderstorm shouting, "It's because I forgot to text back"? Of course not. Life, with all its sorrow, stress, anxiety, and self-doubt, creates silence that isn't personal. It's simply human. A Stoic man observes everything but does not jump to conclusions. He offers her space, not demands. He keeps his center steady, no matter how chaotic things get around him. Ask yourself, are you responding to reality, or are you reacting to your imagination? But the most important part is still ahead. Sometimes her silence isn't about growth, loss, or storms. Sometimes it's a silent invitation, a call for you to reclaim something far greater than just her attention. Be patient, because the next insight might just change the whole game. Fifth, her silence could be an invitation for you to reclaim your own power. Imagine, what if her silence isn't rejection, but a hidden invitation, an opportunity wrapped in mystery, a call you never saw coming? In Stoicism, true power doesn't come from controlling others, but from mastering yourself. When she withdraws, the universe isn't telling you to chase her, it's whispering, "Rise higher." This is your chance to regain focus, confidence, and your mission. Instead of obsessing over unanswered messages, start answering bigger questions. Who are you becoming? What empire are you building? What legacy will you leave behind? Let's be real. She's not going to fall for a guy who's still arguing with his Wi-Fi router at 2 a.m. just because she didn't text back. The man who stays grounded and steadfast, no matter who stays or leaves, is the man who commands respect. That man doesn't chase, he attracts. He doesn't plead, he leads. Reclaiming your power doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means owning them, channeling them, and using them as fuel to forge a version of yourself you'd be proud to meet. But what if I told you there's one final, deeper reason why her silence matters so much? A reason that touches the very core of the masculine strength within you. Be patient and stay tuned, because this ultimate truth will make you see everything in a completely new light. Sixth, the final truth. Silence is the mirror reflecting your true strength. In the end, her silence isn't about her, it's about you. Silence strips away all noise, all validation, and all outside distractions. It leaves you face to face with your rawest, most authentic self. No applause, no encouragement. Just you and the truth. The real question isn't why she's silent, but who you are when no one is watching. Who are you when no messages come? Who are you when the world offers no comfort? In Stoicism, this is the battlefield where true warriors are forged. Not by conquering others, but by mastering themselves. Believe me, you don't want your legacy to read, "Great texter, poor king." Her silence is your summons, not to win her back, but to win yourself back. If these words have touched something inside you, imagine how far you could go when you truly master the Stoic path. Don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button now so you won't miss valuable lessons that help you build mental strength, clear wisdom, and peace amid life's chaos. And remember, silence isn't always the end. It's sometimes the door to a brand new beginning.